Hi, this is James.
And this is Tina.
Welcome to
Whatever Topics.
where we'll be talking about
Anything, whatever pops into our head's gonna pop out of our mouth.
Hope you enjoy the show. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Whatever Topics. And I know that this is a little different, but this is the only way that we can do it, as we all had to move to YouTube. Now, if you notice, if you're watching it on YouTube, you'll notice that there's just pictures. And we're only doing audio, but to get it on a video, we have to add pictures to it. So if you don't like what we're saying, just sit back and watch the pictures. We've got 140 photos that Tina has taken and that I've taken and that we've taken off Facebook.
A lot of Facebook.
A lot of Facebook. So bear with us as we go through this one, because it's not going to be as simple as just recording, editing, and publishing. We have to make everything match up with YouTube too. So here we go. Hello, Tina.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on over there?
Not a thing.
On the other side of the big table.
Not much.
No? Okay. Hey, I got something I want to share with everybody. This is something new. And, I know people are going to laugh at me. I don't care. But I was reading this article in Science Journal. And they're talking about a new planet that they discovered called Doppler.
Mm-hmm.
It's way out there. It's not even in our solar system. You can't get to it with a rocket ship because it's outside of our area. It's actually, they say it's 6,000 miles, 6,000 years away.
Okay, I was gonna say miles.
Yeah, miles ain't bad, but it's 6,000 years away from our planet. But there is a chance that they're going to be sending people to that planet. It's got oxygen, it's got a sun that goes around it and everything. It's got the day and night. It's got everything that this planet here has. And now they're going to start working on a way to get there, a cheap way, It actually is not cheap.
I was going to say good luck with being cheap.
Yeah, but to get there, it means that you can't get there with the spaceship or shuttlecraft or anything else. They're working on this time machine.
Yeah, okay.
And the only drawback on this time machine is, being that it's 6,000 years away, if you would leave to go through that time machine, you would get there before yourself. Your time machine would get there before you do. So what they're working on now is they're trying to figure out, and they need some volunteers. They'll take anybody. But you might be the first one to hit this planet, But they're taking the first volunteer that they can find, and they're going to set this time machine up for minus 6,000 years. It's like going back in time, only they're going to set it for the planet 6,000 years before now. So when it gets there, you'll be there with it in your own time. Does that make sense?
I don't want to be the guinea pig for that.
I don't either. But anyway, that's what they're talking about in this science magazine. So anyway, if you believe that, you would believe anything I say.
Yep.
Oh man, I don't know how you wouldn't have to pack a lunch, because you're only going to travel 12,000 years.
Oh, only 12,000 years?
But you minus your 6,000 and your plus 6,000 all at one time, that's 12,000 years. You wouldn't have to pack a lunch.
No.
But you better take something to eat when you get there. because I thought that was pretty cool. I was sitting here thinking, don't ever let me think on my own.
No.
Because sometimes I come up with the weirdest things.
But you know what's scary?
What?
There's so many people out there that would believe that.
I know it. Yeah, my gullible people out there.
Very gullible people.
Wow. Okay, so a little bit more on the serious side of this episode. Tina's got some stuff to bring up, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of maybe agree with her, maybe not agree with her. But
if you don't agree with me, I don't care.
I don't, I don't always have to agree with you.
No, you don't. We still love each other.
People might be on my side.
No, that's true too.
Yeah, okay, so go for it.
Well, I've decided, because common sense seems to be on the verge of extinction. We do talk a lot about the roll my eyes, shake my head kind of things that people do. But today, yes, I want to be serious. So, here we go. Now, for those people out there who want the police to be defunded, God gave you a brain, please wake up and use it. One, not all officers are bad. And it's really sad to see that more officers are being spit on, harassed, things are being thrown at them, and they're being killed just because they're police officers. And there's a lot of really good officers out there that are willing to risk their lives to save yours. I've seen officers pull people out of burning cars, save a child from choking, revive drowning victims, deliver babies. And those are only part of the good things they do every day. And you know why they do their jobs? Because they care about other people and their communities. So, just think about this for a minute. What's going to happen if somebody's trying to break into your house to rob, rape, or kill you or your children? Well, who are you going to call? Your mail carrier, manager at McDonald's, your doctor, a sanitation worker? Sorry, they can't help you. It's not their jobs to protect you. So I guess what? That means you're on your own? And please don't think that bad things can't happen to you, because they can happen to anyone. And if defunding the police don't scare you, it should. So don't let your judgment get clouded by thinking all officers are bad. The fact is, good officers outnumber the bad by a long shot. And there are a lot of great officers out there willing to risk their lives to save yours. So be grateful and not hateful to those officers.
Well, that's the people to blame for that is the media.
Yeah.
Because they always put the bad stuff on there. They never put the good stuff. And you got pictures on top of pictures.
Right.
Some of them are on this on YouTube here if you're watching it, where officers are helping kids and hugging people and things like that. But you don't see that on the media.
No, and I do blame the media for all the bad stuff that goes on, because there's so many more good things that these people do that aren't being shown all the time.
Yeah.
So you know what I have to say? For all those officers out there that are still willing to serve and to protect with all the craziness they deal with every day, well, just know that there's millions of people out here that still support you and are grateful for your service, and we pray for you and your families every day.
Sure, yeah, and you're talking about who's going to protect you. Think about this. I'll guarantee you there'll be a police officer at your door if you take it in your own hands and shoot this person that's trying to break in or rape you or whatever it's going to do. You take the matter in your own hands, I guarantee you a police officer will show up within minutes.
Yeah.
But they don't. I mean, I'm getting where I can't blame them. I wouldn't want to. What was that one you was talking about the other day where this woman went to an accident and
right.
she'd only been an officer for 11 months or something, 7 months?
I think 6 or 7 months. She was called to an accident. So she's there and she's taking the statements of the people involved in the accident. And that's all she was doing. Somebody rode up on a bicycle, and because she was in uniform, he shot her and killed her. And that's the only reason. He had absolutely nothing to do with what was going on there.
Yeah, so, it's going to get to where it's the uniform that's setting everybody off.
Right.
It's not what they are, who they are, or what they do. It's the uniform, because, they're trying to get rid of all this, these old military statues and stuff. And these people are all in a uniform, these statues. And I think that's all it is they're against a uniform. So go in plain clothes.
You're right.
You know, they won't be able to tell you from a police officer. You be standing there, go in there with a plain unmarked car, loaded with lights and bullets, but you know, go in there in a plain clothes in a plain car, and just get out, and don't write nothing down. Have a tape recorder in your pocket and talk to the people. That way, if somebody riding by on a bicycle, who's he going to shoot?
Right.
He won't know.
No, I seriously feel sorry for these officers. I mean, they put up with so much crap from people anymore when they're not doing anything but trying to help others.
Right.
And yeah, like I said, there are a handful of bad, but there's so many more good officers out there, and they're going to lose their jobs because people want them defunded. And these people that want them defunded have no idea what they're asking for.
No, they don't.
And that's scary.
All I know is that if they come into my house, they have 3 locks. No, three locks and an alarm to get through first. Then once they get up the stairs, they got 2 locks and another alarm. Well, if they make it through that, I'll be standing at the end of the hallway with my 3rd alarm, and that's called 9mm.
But what about these people that don't believe in guns? Who's going to protect them? They're not going to protect themselves.
What did you say the other day? You can fight them off with spaghetti or something?
Yeah, what are you going to do? Fight them off with spaghetti and a fork? I mean, seriously. Let these police officers do their job and quit being so hateful to them.
Yeah, and it's terrible because, you know, people used to teach your kids that the police officer is a friend.
Yeah.
And now kids are going around spitting on them, shooting at them, and everything else because why?
They have no respect. Their parents aren't teaching them respect for anybody.
That's the new generation.
Yeah, and the new generation sucks. I'm sorry.
I mean, they're going to wipe out history, so how are they going to learn from it? That's how people learn, is from history, to see what went wrong then so we can correct it now.
Yeah, well, that ain't happening.
No, it ain't going to happen. There's no history, there's no evidence, there's no clue about what's going to happen or what has happened.
I seen something the other day, too. Now, I can answer this question. The media posts things on Facebook like children and officers being murdered, elderly being punched, rioting, looting, businesses being burned down, and all other types of horrible things that these criminals do. So I'm seeing on a lot of these comments, people are asking, why does Facebook allow these posts of criminals and their bad behavior to be posted? Well, simple answer. Not very many people today will sit for 30 minutes to an hour to watch news on a TV. Most people want to spend most of their time on Facebook. So, more people on Facebook means more people seeing what's happening in the world. News stations know that, so they're posting them on Facebook. And the funny thing is, because of these posts, more criminals are being caught because their criminal actions are being spread like wildfire on Facebook.
That's right, yeah. I believe there's probably somewhere, there's a contact page for the police department where you can actually go to this post or to the person's page itself and send that to the police station to where they've got access to it. And, you know, it's a good thing, I think. You know, everybody complaining about, I went to apply for a job and they checked out my Facebook page and they never called me back. Well, I wonder why.
Oh, you know, people can tell a lot about you from your Facebook.
Well, here's the thing. I seen something on not on Facebook, but it was a place that was doing some hiring. Well, I clicked on it and I went up there to see what it was about. You know, no intentions of going back to work, but I just wanted to check it out, see what it was about. And the first thing popped up was an application. It already had my name, my address, my phone number, and everything on it. And then down below that where it says qualifications, owner operator of whatever Topix radio, owner operator of my podcast radio. How am I going to get a job with that kind of an application? You know, I'd have to go in there and change everything, and then when they come back on Facebook to check me out, they're going to see I lied.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's funny. People don't realize more people pay attention to what's going on Facebook than they do what's going around. You know, they don't see what's going on around them. They won't watch TV, but they can find everything about the world on Facebook.
Hey.
You know, I won't lie. It's frustrating when you see all these media posts about all this bad stuff going on. But it is good because, like I said, criminals are being caught because of it. People are seeing it, they're calling in. But honestly, I'd like to see more media of good things, like the officers helping people, hugging people, you know, praying with people. And you just don't see that.
No. So, how's it going out there? How do you like this YouTube video so far? You watching the pictures, or are you listening to us, or both?
Well, I hope they're liking some of the pictures I took.
Leave a comment down there. You know, leave us a comment. This is the easy part, because you're already there. All you got to do is click on comment and put it in there. And I know, you know, a lot of people might not like some of the things that we talk about on here, but, you know, it's a free country.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
And we're not bashing anybody.
No.
It's people in general.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, think about it. We do make fun of a lot of people. I won't lie. But you know what? I've been made fun of in my life, and it just rolls off my back. You know, no big deal. So I've been made fun of.
That's because we got duck backs.
Oh, is that? Yeah, that's it.
It just
Everything rolls right off.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I have done some, and I will be the first to admit, I have done some really stupid things, or said really stupid things that made me roll my own eyes, thinking, what was I thinking?
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, people do, so...
Well, you know, they say it, if you didn't do something stupid when you was young, you wouldn't have nothing to laugh about when you get old.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I think I do more stupid things now that I'm older than I ever did when I was young.
Yeah, well, then your grandkids are going to laugh about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think that's because half the time I forget what I'm thinking or what I'm doing, and I just stand there like a dummy, like, okay, what was I doing?
Yeah.
But, you know.
So anyway, what else you got? I know that can't be all.
No, I only had one more thing, and this is something somebody needs to think about too. You know, when we talk about people and their bad behavior, you'll notice we never bring up the color of the people involved. And I'll tell you why. Because to us, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, or brown. The color of somebody's skin has absolutely nothing to do with the type of person you are. It's what's in your heart and soul that makes you good or bad. So some people need to just stop assuming that others are bad based on their skin color.
Everybody has a body. I heard that. Now this is what I heard. You're not a body with a soul. You're a soul that has a body.
Right.
So everybody has a soul, or a lot of people call it a spirit that lives in you. Everybody, whether it's good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, and so when your spirit gets reformed into a good, you're not a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They don't like somebody because they do this or they do that. Don't like them for their body, like them for their spirit, for their soul.
And that's what I'm saying. I hate to hear somebody go, well, you know what, I don't like them because they're black, or you know what, I don't like them because they're white, or because they're Hispanic. That's bull. Like I said, it is what is in your heart and soul that makes you the person you are, not the color of your skin.
Well, I've talked to people and I said, you know, my God is white. No, my God is black. No, my God is red. You know, everybody's God is the same color that they are.
Exactly.
But God's a spirit. Spirits don't have color. And when we die, we're not going to be a certain color.
No.
Our color is going to go in the ground with our body.
That's true too.
Our spirit is going to go up and be translucent or whatever. You know, I mean, I don't know, but there's a lot of questions that you'll never get the answer to until you're gone. But yeah, don't. My ex-wife used to tell me, she says, "I love you, but I don't like you."
I've heard that.
Yeah, and it took me a long time to figure out what in the world she was talking about. But you can do that. You can love a person and not like them.
Yeah. It's like I could say to somebody, "I love you, but I don't like you." It's not that, it's because I don't like your attitude or your ways,
Right.
but I love you as a person.
Right.
And people, they really do. I mean, I've had, growing up, my dad, I'm not going to lie, my dad was racist. He was. And because of that, I didn't have a lot of respect for him. I couldn't understand how you could judge a person by the color of their skin. Because I had white friends, black friends, I had Hispanic friends, you name it. Because they were all nice people. They had good hearts, good people. So how can you judge somebody because they're a different color?
Well, I could name every color there are out there and say that there's very few that I would trust in my house while I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But they're my own color that same way.
Yeah.
They're not the only ones I wouldn't trust. It's my color too.
Yeah.
I have white friends that, oh, by the way, we're white, but
I wouldn't trust some of my friends any farther than I could have thrown them,
I don't know if anybody had figured that out yet, because we never did stress our race, but we are white. But yeah, I have a lot of white friends that I wouldn't trust in. If I left a dollar bill laying on the table and went to the bathroom, I wouldn't think that dollar would be there when I come back.
Yeah, I've had friends like that before.
So, hey, we're about to do in a show here. So, we got about 8 minutes.
Oh.
So if you got something short before you go into the joke of the week.
Actually, no, that was pretty much it. That was my seriousness for the day.
Okay.
And I hope people listen to it and they think about what we said, because honestly, this world needs to change.
Let us know what you think what were our discussion today. Put it in the comments. We're not afraid to read a comment, and whether it's good or bad, you're going to get it from either direction anyway.
Right. I mean, there'll be people that agree, there'll be people that disagree with what we say.
But don't unfriend us because you don't agree with us. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're all different people. We all think differently. We can't, as a universe, agree on the same exact things, every one of us.
If everybody agreed on the same thing and everybody done it the same way, we'd be robots.
We would.
We were made as separate individuals.
We have our own mind to use.
And it's our own mind that decides whether or not we can get along with others or not. And like they say, with you're not born in racism. You're taught
it. Exactly.
Yeah, you're taught, and that's not right. But
no,
that's my opinion, and it's your opinion.
That's my
opinion. If you don't agree with that, that's fine. But don't hate us for what we believe, because we don't hate you for what you believe.
Exactly.
We don't like the way some of yous do, but that's you.
Right.
I'm not going to judge anybody because, lest I be judged myself.
Right.
And that's scripture.
Yeah.
So let's go into your joke of the week and see how much time we got left, if we can stay on here a little bit longer.
Okay, let me see. Joke of the week will be... just pick this one. Here we go. Joke of the week. A minister dies and is waiting in line at the pearly gates. Ahead of him is a guy who's dressed in sunglasses, a loud shirt, leather jacket, and jeans. St. Peter addresses this guy. "Who are you, so that I may know whether to admit you to the kingdom of heaven?" Guy replies, "I'm Joe Cohen, taxi driver of New York City." St. Peter consults his list. He smiles and he says to the taxi driver, "Take this silken robe and golden staff and enter the kingdom of heaven." The taxi driver goes to heaven with his robe and his staff, and it's the minister's turn. He stands up straight and booms out, "I am Joseph Snow, pastor of Calvary for the last 43 years. St. Peter consults his list. He says to the minister, "Take this cotton robe and wooden staff and enter the kingdom of heaven." "Just a minute," said the minister. "That man was a taxi driver and he gets a silken robe and a golden staff. How can that be?" "Well, up here we work by results," says St. Peter. "While you preached, people slept. While he drove, people prayed."
Oh, no. Oh, there you go. Oh, man. Okay, hey, listen, there's some different ways you can get a hold of us besides comments here, but you can get a hold of us by our email address, which is whatevertopics@gmail.com. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/whatevertopics. Our group page on Facebook is facebook.com/groups/whatevertopics. We got a phone number. I'm going to give you this phone number, and it's just a Google Voice. You know, just leave a message. If you want to talk to us, leave a message. We'll call you back. Because I'm not going to answer my phone anymore 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning for somebody to tell me that they enjoy our show. So listen, write this number down. 813-501-3450. And that's 813-501-3450. Leave a message. Just name, it'll ask you for your name, and then now there's going to ring about 5 times before it kicks in, so don't think nobody's going to answer it. But it will, the answer machine will answer it, and we will call you back. If it's at nighttime, we will call you back the following day. And if it's during the daytime, we'll call you back within just a few minutes after we receive that voice message. So that keeps everything cleared up on our personal phones, so that we don't have any problems with callers. And so we hope y'all enjoyed this show. We hope y'all enjoyed the photos. If you missed some of them, listen in next week. They're going to be the same ones.
There you go.
I am not going to sit here for 3 hours posting 140 pictures on this thing so we can, have different pictures.
Oh, but I had so many more.
I don't think you had that many more, though.
You might be shocked.
Maybe. If we change the photos, it's your turn to put them on there. We would like to have some feedback on this, being that this is our first YouTube, I guess you call it audio video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Along with it, on the same page, on the same YouTube channel, I'm going to be doing geocaching adventures. I've got one on there, and I've got a little intro to it there. If you get a chance, you can go back and look at that. But it's going to be short videos, geocaching trips, show you what kind of geocaches we found, what they look like, and talk a little bit about that. I'm thinking maybe 10-15 minutes at the max on the time, because it takes a while to get that all straightened out and uploaded too. So, but it's going to be on the same page. Where are you at now? Whatever Topix YouTube channel, I think it's called.
You better make sure.
They're on it. If they're listening to this, they're on it. It's the only place it's on now. And if I post this on any of my other pages, like Facebook pages and on my whatever pages I posted on, it's going to bring them up on YouTube channel. So it's not like they can just listen to it from there. It's going to take them to YouTube, and that way you can like and follow us. And every week you'll get notification that we've got a new video out, whether it be an audio for whatever topics or a video for geocaching adventures. All right, so that's about it. I am your host, James.
And I'm Tina.
And so like they say, or like we say, they don't say it, we say it. So like they say, or like we say, they don't say it, we say it. So anyway, say, till next week.
See ya.